turn around for, we have the route on the back of our shirt.
In the last episode, Tina arrived on the boat and we had the Outremer week and a sailing day just before the start of the GLYWO. It was nice to not race against each other.
There's right.
So this is the morning of our departure, at least from Le Grandemont. We will be heading towards Seville, but via Mallorca and Formentera probably. We're gonna have some last minute little repairs, polish and modification on the roof, and gonna exchange the traveler line. But then we should be ready to go. We're gonna have no wind to start with, but plenty of wind later tonight. We're doing a little dance.
I'm not doing a little dance.
Yes, we're doing a little dance with Saga. So they are going to take our position and we'll just moor for an hour alongside. The biggest concern for Victor is that there will be absolutely no wind at the start. So we'll have 15 Outremer's going on engine. Well, we'll do anything we can to prevent that. We're going to raise the code 0. So as long as there's 3 knots of wind, we're going to sail. Yep. The guy there has our hatch for over the swimming ladder. So I don't know why, but they removed it this morning as well.
And then the big day is there. We're going to start a rally around the world.
Bye! Thank you for the drinks! Love it!
Nog even terug de haven in om het laatste dusje af te maken. Dus uiteindelijk de start zal wel om 1 uur of 2 zijn, maar we hebben nu de officiële start om 12 uur.
On the fort.
Yeah.
Ja.
Let's go behind them.
The start was not very spectacular. There was no wind at all. Crossing the start line with all the boats just behind each other.
Thank you! See you in an hour! Bye, Versa! See you where? In Galapagos? No.
There's no way we could leave without this orange traveler line, of course. Isn't it beautiful? And Stefan is going to install it. And then by the time we're ready, we're even going to have wind. During the sailing days on Saturday, we pushed the wrong button, not on purpose of course. And we stripped the traveler line, so now we're going to replace it. It's still long enough to work, but you want to be able as a backup to bring it to the other winch when something happens to the line driver.
Maar we hebben dus vanmorgen gewoon een normale start met iedereen meegedaan. We zijn gewoon naar buiten gegaan.
Oma!
Toen weer terug naar binnen. So when we start, the real start, Syria is also there. Their drones delivered. And I think Inky Blue was also ready and came just after us.
I hope he's going to miss us. That's Syria behind us. Nope.
Ja, want ik denk dat ik samen met Tina tot 11 uur, tot 11 uur zit. En het warmt dan op dat hij dan al een paar uur slaapt en dan raak je lekker hard. Dan zit Tina nog een paar uur geleden en dan wordt
Ik denk dat Thomas gewoon nog niet wakker is. Maar als Thomas nu aan het zeilen zou zijn, zouden ze niet zo volledig het stront voor de ogen gevaren worden, denk je niet? This is going to be our first meal. First meal during the world tour. We prepared the lounge area as well. And Marijke is really good at that. So everybody's doing what he's really good at. And the water is flat. We're going 60 degrees to a wind angle with the code 0 already since we started. And on our way to Mallorca. Speckaint is 007, but we are of course right behind them. Piedra Libra just left in front of us. They're a little bit further east. Syria should be somewhere back there as well. And Inky Blue has started, so they're back there as well. 8 miles behind Speckaint. They left 2 hours earlier. Was not a lot of wind in the beginning. There is another participant. It's Impossible. I think 1 hour before there's going to be a big wind shift and the Tramontana is going to start.
Tina won this prize, the best picture on the sailing day. She actually won a beautiful Outremer, like an artwork, which was made by a mom of one of the employees of Outremer.
The auto is on wind angle, so it corrects a little bit every time. So we're kind of waiting on the wind to shift and increase. And just a few moments ago the wind was just 1.5 knots. But in the meantime we've got the fabulous 3.5. So finally we have some wind. It's still only 7-8 knots, but well, the boat is moving really well at this wind speed already.
Went really slow over the start line because there was actually no wind whatsoever. So the guys went off the boat around 11:45, and then we immediately started the engines and went out. And we followed the rest over the start line. It was really nice. I think half of Outremer employees were standing on the piers, and some prospects were still there, and everybody was waving. So, and as soon as we passed the line, We dropped the sails again and went back in to do the last repairs. Because on Saturday when we had the race,
The sailing days.
the sailing days, yeah, sorry, it was not a race,
That
it was
was
a
not a
sailing
race.
day.
Everybody was racing like hell.
Yeah,
But
it
it
was,
was not a race.
It was not a race. And at 2 o'clock we went after the group. And we are already catching up with some people. It was really nice that we had a slow start because we were pretty tired, everybody. It was so exciting the last couple of days. And now at least we have time to get used to the life on board. And during the night it will blow 20-25 knots. But it will be somewhere from the back, so it's easy. But for the moment it's still calm and we have a really nice sunset.
It's starting to look like waves, huh? Het al lichter worden. We had some problems with the sail, probably still from sailing days on Saturday. It got stuck, or it was stuck, and it didn't roll out, not further than the E of Greatcircle at the end. The wind has dropped in the meantime. Despite our problems, we're still pretty close together. Libre is there, and Monaca, and Spec Ains, and Inky Blue. But I think we're all reaching the area where the wind will shift to the east and will drop. Well, thanks to the downwind Janneker, we have regular exercise on board. Well, basically once every 2 or 3 times we use the sail. It gets stuck and it doesn't roll out anymore. It's nearly impossible to untie it.
We tried this night, we tried changed courses, rolling in, rolling out, putting the lead down. We tried everything when the sail was up.
All of a sudden then we had a big part that rolled out.
We had a big part, but
Then the last...
never rolled out. So now we took it down. But it's so frustrating. The sail is beautifully round,
Yeah.
but you can't roll it.
It looks great, but yeah. To show you a little bit how. So the outside of the sail when furling passes the furler or the sail being furled,
And goes
and,
the other way around.
and then says, well, yeah.
I go the other way around.
This will take us another hour, so I won't torture you in being there for the next hour. We are arriving at Mallorca. In the end it took us 1.5 days. The last 6-7 hours we had 2 knots of wind. It's still further than you would think. We won't make it to one of the little bays on the north side before dark. So we might choose to go into Pollença again. Tina discovered Instagram. So she's beating me basically every day and taking better pictures than I do. So almost there at sunset. Sails down. Mallorca here. Well, the northern coast really looks beautiful, eh? I hope we have time to visit a couple of the little bays. Ze varen hier net langs.
In the end we go really slow on the engine inside because we have almost empty diesel tanks. We didn't expect so little wind. Normally we sail with this boat.
I'm not sure whether you can see that, but there are birds flying around the boat, or maybe bats.
I'm gonna turn you this way.
Yeah.
So you don't hit your hand.
Yeah, so I have to...
You don't have to press it. You just have to hit.
Okay, yeah, but I have to press when I choose something.
Het ziet er ook echt niet gek uit hoor.
It's actually doing quite well.
In the next episode, we will continue sailing along the coast of Mallorca and cross to Ibiza.